This is Fallout New Vegas. We're on Xbox Series X taking a look at this interesting entry in the Fallout series. So yeah, this was following in the footsteps of Fallout 3, handled by Obsidian, and both of which are now under the Xbox first party, which is kind of exciting. So on Xbox Series X, we're not really getting any sort of benefit. It's 720p. It's 30 FPS. There is no auto HDR support, but I'm assuming that's due to the way that the light is kind of implemented in this game, if that makes sense. I'm assuming that's why they didn't do that sort of thing. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting release in the series because you're out here. Like, it feels almost disconnected from the other Fallout games, if that makes sense. And that's not in a bad way. That's just, you're kind of out here on the road. It's not as much of an apocalyptic wasteland, as to say, because of the events and, kind of how this place hasn't necessarily been destroyed to the degree that, the places you go in other Fallout games have been. So we're going to quickly show off the loading here, which is insanely quick. And, yeah, and we're right back in here.
Hey there.
Oh, hello there.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Spring?
It's a shame you're not a romance option.
Until now.
Or at least not that I know of. And a good boy, Cheyenne. Cheyenne? Cheyenne, I don't know. Anyways, if you're not familiar with what Fallout is somehow, it's an RPG game where you go around making choices. See, that was way faster to get... you know what I mean? That was very quick. Anyways, it is an open world RPG experience where you make choices, you impact your gameplay, you do wild things, and you explore this post-apocalyptic wasteland. And yeah, it's kind of a slow game because this is your running speed. Yep. This is you running. Yeah, as fast as you can. Down the highway. Anyways, it's kind of a neat game, and I think a pretty well-loved game. Sorry, I keep clicking the back button because I keep thinking it's like perspective changing because of other titles. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of lovely. It looks pretty good. But obviously, it feels pretty slow at that 30 FPS. And, actually visually, though, I think it's not too bad looking. I mean, it is jagged around, like, the plants and some of the things in the environment, like these posts. But the sky is kind of lovely. The clouds move. It is a static image up there for the clouds, though. But if you don't kind of look at them and you just sort of take it in from a distance, it's not too bad. You do get a really good sense of scale in this one. I think that's kind of impressive just in terms of, kind of seeing out into the distance. It's obviously not perfect. I think this one is in definite need of some sort of boost with the next gen. I think you could really get this one running cleanly. No, I'm happy with my character, because there's, character customization, you pick your special points, you pick your attributes, and it feels, I guess if you've played the Outer Worlds, because some people might not have actually played Fallout 3 at this point, if you think about it, you very well might understand that this one, it's got certain things that feel like the Outer Worlds a lot, because it obviously came from that group, and it feels just like Fallout 3, because they basically took the same concept and they just merged it into this particular, release and everything like that, which makes complete sense. But we're just kind of adventuring along and taking in this delightfully interesting world and giving it an idea of what it's running like and how it's looking here, which is definitely unique. How? How?
You eyeballing me?
Hello.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
We talk?
You eyeballing me? Never any lawman that comes after me. Over here!
Did I get him? And this is the VATS system too. Ugh. It's definitely an interesting game, that's for sure. Oh, get crunched. Me, that is. I absolutely got smashed. But it's a game where you can kind of make, like, these choices. Did he die too? Anyways, like I was saying, you make decisions and you can cause absolute mayhem. Are we all the way back here? Are you... Did I not get like a save? Oh man. Deliver to the Prim. Ugh. Why, hello there, Big Horner. Anyways, you make these decisions because you're going about in the environment and you're doing whatever you want, really. I mean, we could walk anywhere, we could go and do anything at any point. It's just about like raising your skills, improving your talents, exploring, completing missions, and doing whatever you want. That's the beauty of these Fallout games. They're these large-scale environments that are a playground for you to enjoy. So up there's a quest we could start where we're helping somebody, or we could just walk this way towards Vegas. And that's the cool thing about this one is, you know, you've got this very interesting Vegas strip. I think it definitely dives into like the history of the location while also being something that is wildly different. That's the cool part of this one. You know, whereas other ones you're in like this completely destroyed landscape, this one kind of is, but at the same time it's not as, you know, I guess you could say destroyed as other places you might visit in the Fallout universe are, and I think that's kind of cool too. And then of course, when you're starting the story, and I don't think this is spoilerish because it's pretty straightforward, you're basically just... Do I have a better gun than this? That's what I'm trying to think here. You're basically just waking up with a doctor, you know, kind of helping you with your wound because that's why we're dying. We didn't have our laser pistol. Anyways, the doctor's helping you with your wounds, and it's like, who are you? And that's how you get your description in there. And that's really just the start of it. You're delivering something, and then things don't go well, and you're, I don't know, maybe out for revenge, or you're out to deal with it. And that's just the starting point of the story. You just kind of go from there. It's kind of nuts, honestly, and a wild introduction to what, you know, this kind of universe is. Oh, is that Vegas all the way down there? That's cool. Like, we could go there, or we could go back to where we're supposed to go. There's just so many different locations that you can visit. And what's kind of cool is I've actually been to Vegas for CS quite a few times, so I do have a bit of an idea of the world, which is kind of cool. Yes, I know about that. Okay, that rat scorpion took no damage. Ah, run away, hop away. Why don't you have sprint in this game? I think this is one of those titles that does, like, you know, but optimization being thrown over top of it, like they're doing with Fallout 4 eventually, whenever that happens, would be a good idea for this one, but at the same time, I think, you know, a remaster might be the way to go. Did you see that coyote's head get, like, blown clear off? Jeez. Oh, there's baby coyotes. Oh, that's really depressing. I guess. Huh. That was dark. I feel kind of, like, bad. You know? Like, really bad about that. I didn't know there were little coyotes in there. I thought there was a bunch of them. Huh. Well, let's see if we can take any coyote meat or anything from them, I guess. I guess the hides will be good. What were they guarding? Ooh, food and potatoes and stuff. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Sorry, but must be done. Gonna eat. Dun, da, 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 da. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, it's just kind of a wild game where you make choices, you do weird stuff, create save points if you'd like. You get so many save points. Load saves, so you could be like some crazy person and cause problems, and then just load your save, or you can, like, you know, do the right thing and be nice and stuff. I usually do a little bit more of like a charisma type thing, you know, so you kind of build up your characters to be whatever you want, and then you go from there and you have a good time doing that. What are they doing? Okay. No judgments. Anyways, it's definitely like a wacky kind of game. It's a weird one. I know it's one that a lot of people really love. I've seen quite a fair bit of it. Like my friend used to play it back in the day, which was kind of neat, but they hadn't played it in quite a while, so they didn't want to jump in here and chat about it. But that's totally fair. It's just kind of an interesting game, and I think the content that pushes it further is also kind of interesting. And obviously, it's not necessarily perfect in regards to some like bug type things, but I still think this is a very well done entry in the Fallout series, and definitely something cool.
There are Deathclaws all over the If you want to get to New Vegas, you're better off heading. They moved into the quarry.
We have to go the other way, otherwise the Deathclaws are gonna come.
Man, I wish I'd stay back in California.
I don't know. I kind of want to risk it. Let's put one more save in, and we'll just kind of go through here, and we'll deal with the Deathclaws if they come. Just can't move very quickly if this is the case. But yeah, such a unique experience, right? That's the big thing here. Like improving your character, getting different gear, different weapons. I don't have any like high-end saves or anything like that, so we're just kind of stuck here. I do think that the textures and the general look of the environment hold up for the most part. It's just the jaggedy lines, like the fire lines. They're not fire lines. The electric lines just look really, really jaggedy. You get closer, they get smoothed out, but from a distance, it's a little bit rough. And then you've seen the far distance that sometimes things kind of do little bits of pop in. So yeah, it's definitely not necessarily a perfect experience. Did he see me? What am I getting shot at from? Oh, it's a Deathclaw. The Deathclaw, there are a lot of Deathclaws. I guess this is why you would not do this unless you were high level or something. But I want to get to Vegas. I could see it right there. Wow, that is a lot of Deathclaws. One would say that the Deathclaws are coordinating to kill poor people out here on the wasteland. You think they would go and attack the Vegas location or something like that. But that's the fun of the game, right? It's kind of doing things like that, if that makes sense. Making those choices, having that fun along the way, experiencing what the lands of, well, New Vegas have to offer, which is kind of neat. And I would like to see more entry. Like, I guess every Fallout entry kind of does this. They're all different in their own ways. They're all exploring new things. I do like these spin-off things where they kind of take a similar concept and do something slightly different with it. So it would be neat going forward that, obviously we're going to see Fallout 5 at some point. It's inevitable. It really is. Like, I mean, it's going to happen probably sooner than people think, but, it'll happen. But it would be cool, especially since they're under the Xbox brand now, maybe they could share some of these properties around and kind of do a core Fallout game, and then maybe split off and do like little spin-offs using the same technology, not crazily advancing it, but giving us all these kind of, they're not micro stories, but side adventures and things that we could explore and dive into. I think that would be genuinely quite interesting and a good way to expand the lore of this series, because it's really cool all the different places you get to go in Fallout. And I feel like we've only just kind of scratched the surface almost of what Fallout can be, if that makes sense. Like, we haven't really seen too many crazy areas yet even, right? I mean, like, the first couple of Fallout games weren't even in the style of what Fallout 3 did. So I think there's a lot more from this series. I think there's a lot more that we can see and experience as time goes by. And I really do look forward to where they're taking things. But it's neat, Vegas. It really is interesting diving in here, and I really wish I would have actually spent decent time playing this back in the day. I think that would have been cool as well, but you just kind of deal with the fact that time flies by and you've got lots of games to play. That's the big thing. Pre-spring shirt outfits. Oh, that looks kind of cool. I look like more like a home family man type of thing. Assuming this is like some sort of like prison work camp thing. Oh, look, there's people. Oh, I've discovered several locations. Oh, it's the correctional facility. That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's obviously the fast traveling and stuff too, but we're just kind of exploring. Wow, that has to be like one of the slowest opening gates I've ever seen.
Look at you, walking in here like you're one of us. Don't you know there's
Oh.
powder? This is, or one day, us prisoners. Well, I don't know.
I'm sorry I don't have the caps here.
We've got the biggest, baddest fort in the wasteland.
Well, good for you guys. It is a smart move to take this place over. Definitely does not look like it's rotting away. But yeah, it feels like this game kind of comes across as a little bit sluggish nowadays. Especially in comparison to when you've been doing the 60 FPS in the Neo Fallout games. I think this one could really benefit from getting that extra boost. I'm not sure if they could technically do it. I think, again, going back to that, the proper thing to do would be to do these like definitive releases or remasters, just to touch up Fallout 3, touch up Fallout New Vegas. You know, get these games running a little bit cleaner and having all the DLC and everything smoothly all together. I think that would be nice, you know, patching a bug here or there. I think that would be the way to kind of go. Also, if they could move saves over, that would be stellar. I'm sure we have the technology nowadays. But what I'm really saying is it's interesting to come back and play this game and see it, you know, now and kind of get an idea of it running really at the best that it possibly could, technology-wise, because I don't think there's necessarily much room for improvement past at this point. It's kind of a cool game to explore and dive into. And I gotta say, I'm really, it's quite a marvel in terms of just the amount of things that make up this world, like the complexity of it. And it's really just a barren wasteland if you think about it, just like a desert. And this actually is largely what Vegas is like. I mean, we're not in directly Vegas here, we're obviously outside of it. If that wasn't clear, but what I'm saying is it's neat to see these large-scale worlds that were made so long ago and to still be kind of having reasons to jump in here and explore them and show them. I wish we had Sprint. I gotta tell you, I'm used to games being way quicker nowadays. This feels so slow. There's something off about the animation of that flag. It's very weird.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Be careful. He's in.
Okay. Yes, we gotta talk to some people about this town. I don't know, it's just kind of a neat game, and I hope I've shown off like a bit of it. Obviously, we didn't get to the intense down structuring, but I don't know, just kind of the starting areas I think is a good indicator, because it's what probably most people have seen the most of for playing. I thought there's like, is there a tent here? I don't really want to steal these guys' things and get them all angry at me. That wouldn't be the best way to kind of go as I'm making my way into this seriously large city area. Are those people handshaking over there? That's weird. No, definitely a different sort of experience is the main thing. How do we get over there? So we can walk along here. Just kind of a fun game to play, and I think a lot of people have had many memories kind of going through here. You know, picking different characters. Probably some people have replayed this multiple times. Maybe being stealthy, maybe being terrible, maybe being like a good player, maybe being a bad one. You make your choices right along the way. Hello.
Almost makes you... I'm not sure you should be...
Okay, you're not helpful. Ow. I've been crippled. Yeah, okay. Good thing I stole some stim packs from that guy. Not that guy, but you know. Are there going to be more mines here? I have not been paying attention at all to the mines. Dun dun dun, New Vegas. Oh,
Got business here? Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
did you just wipe your face through your mask?
I'm not... Got business here?
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm here to talk to you, man. Not getting my limb blown off by all the mines and everything. Ugh, it's the worst. Guess I could kill this guy. Now he's probably high leveled. I keep doing that. It drives me nuts. Oh yeah, I've definitely had better days, that's for sure. Look at me just limping along, thinking about death. I mean, who puts mines and stuff there, am I right? Anyways, let's follow New Vegas. I hope I kind of showed off a little bit of it, give you an understanding of how it's working and how it's running. And off to more Fallout adventures in the future, I imagine. I think there's a lot more to show. What was... Oh no. Getting shot at.